jack on the brakes in front of you to get over another one and get off. It's just some of the things you deal with it all day long. But people don't hesitate to to play games with trucks, and I'm sure you see it too all day. It's almost hard.
Yeah, no, I see it. I just wonder if they give any kind of thought at all about what your heavy 18-wheeler scary truck, if you will, could do to them if you couldn't stop as fast as. I mean, it's like suicide.
It would go right over them, or take it away like a train would.
Exactly, but I see people do it, and I say, what the hell are they thinking?
It's just like when they draft off the backside of an 18-wheeler. You don't know if that driver of that truck is going to stop or anything, and these people are riding within a foot to 2 feet off the backside of their trailers.
Insane.
It's unbelievable.
Absolutely insane. Hey, guys, thanks very much. And, Chris, thank you very much. I want to get as many calls in as we can. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
You too. Talk to you soon. Let's go to Bob and Waltham. Bob, next on Nightside. Go right ahead, Bob.
Hi, Dan. Hi, guys. Hey, I got a quick question, but just to follow up on that conversation. I would not mind spending a little bit more of my tax-paying dollars on what I would call road marshals, however they have to be. There might be a topic some night, Dan.
Sure.
I don't know how you would clarify who, maybe retired state troopers, whatever, that are on the road in unmarked cars, because I see it, I drive, and I see it all the time, and it, needless to say, pisses me off. It takes, my wife and my wife into somebody's hands,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind spending a few extra tax-paying dollars to, if the state were to have what's called unmarked road marshals on the road, so you don't know where they are, when they are, et cetera. They have the ability to pull them over and act just like a cop.
Well,
that's a great
I like that idea. Even if they just grab the license plate numbers, and they would have, the credibility, if you will. If you saw somebody doing something bad on the roads and you called it in, you might call it in, but you're not going to be able to go into court. But if they were assigned to basically, as you said, patrol the roads, and they saw someone really doing something stupid, they make a contemporaneous note of it. They don't have to chase and pull the person over. Person gets a summons, they come into court, and the friendly road marshal is standing there in district court with all of the information. And who knows, even at this point, if people have some dexterity, they can snap a picture of the car to prove where it was. Hey, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind paying, a few more for that, like I said, Dan. But real quick, my question for the guys: I have an '08 black Lincoln Town car. I thought you were going to say, "Oh, what a nice car."
I was going to ask you why you need to tell us what color it was, but go ahead.
Oh well, no, I didn't have to say that. You're right. But needless to say, the suspension on the car gives me an incredible ride that I've never had in my 60 years on this planet, and I've had the car for 6 years, and it rides like as the guys would know, because of the suspension, it rides so smooth.
I agree more with you, Bob. That's a hell of a nice riding car, which is why a lot of companies use those as limousines and as town cars. Corporations hire people with fleets of town cars to take their executives here and there. And this has been a custom of Lincoln, since the 1980s. You just cannot top the ride of the Lincoln. So what's your question about your '08 Lincoln, Bob?
Well, you're right, but remember, 2011, Lincoln went to a more smaller town car, and the ride isn't the same as it was previous to that.
I hate to do this, gentlemen, but we're getting really close to the 10:30 newscast, so let's get right to it, Bob.
Salesforce presents a mini meditation. Unplug your mind, Minneapolis, leaving all your devices to their own devices. Ignore your smartphones, headphones, tablets, gadgets. Let them all recharge so you can refocus on your customer. On your path to customer success, focus your teams with a single 360-degree view of your customer with Salesforce Customer 360. Find customer focus at salesforce.com/360.
Yep, my question. For the past couple of months now, my dashboard, it was flickering in and out, and for the most part out, and then it would come back. It has nothing to do about going over bumps, nothing like that. For the past couple of weeks when I drive, my dashboard lights are out 99% of the time. just the internal dash lights. I've had it looked at by my mechanic, and he wants to remove the dash and replace the dash. That sounds a little bit over the top for me. I just thought it might be an electrical short or something. I don't know, but he says it's hard to pinpoint. Any suggestions on that? And lo and behold, of course, I got to get an inspection sticker this month.
Well, it's not going to affect your state inspection sticker unless your check engine light does not show. Does your check engine light go out too?
Yes, the entire dash is out. I can't see anything.
Okay, you can't see the odometer or any of that.
No, exactly.
Okay.
The only thing I can see is when I use my directionals, I can see my directionals flashing internally. But I'm looking at my dash right now. It's totally black.
Okay, if you go key on, engine off, does your check engine light show?
If I do what now?
Key on, engine off.
I'm not sure what you mean by key on.
Let's do this, gentlemen. Gentlemen. Stay there, Bob. We'll pick you up on the other side of the newscast. We're too close to 10:30. We went a little longer on this call, so we're going to try to wrap it up. Let's bring Bob back. Bob, you got a question, and hopefully Larry's got an answer. I know you were getting a little confused there, Larry. Why don't you break it down for him?
Well, Bob, that's the only problem that you're having is that the dashboard lights are turning off on you as you're driving, all the dash controls, right?
Well, the other thing I'll add is keep in mind that the answer to your question is yes, but also it does not. My odometer isn't recording the miles either when everything is out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Have your technician scan the entire car. Pay very close attention to the anti-lock brake module, the ABS module. I was doing a little bit of research during break. Several people from 2003, 2010, your exact same car had the exact same problem, and it turned out to be the anti-lock brake module.
Anti-lock brake module? No kidding.
Yes. So the ABS can cause your dash lights, your dash controls to turn off. So before you send the instrument cluster out to be checked, which that's the way to go, versus purchasing a new one, have him scan your complete car. There's probably, Tony, about 14, 15 modules in that Lincoln that have to be checked?
Yes, easily.
Okay, if your guy has an Autel scanner or something of that nature, it will pull each and every module, and it will record whether there's a fault code. If there's a fault code in the ABS module, then that has to be fixed first. I hope that helped you, Bob.
All right, Bob. Appreciate the call. Take their advice. That's good advice. They know what they're talking about. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. Going to go next to Candy in Woburn. Hi, Candy. How are you tonight? Welcome.
Hi, good. How are you? Thank you. Thanks for taking my call.
I don't know that we've ever had a Candy call this show. Have you called me before?
I don't think so.
Well, first of all, welcome. Your first-time caller. We get a round of applause. Now you have Larry and Tony. They're waiting to hear what you want to say or ask. Go ahead, Candy.
Well, I'm sitting here with my son, Christopher, who's 18, and he has very expensive taste. So my question is, I have a 2004 Lexus GX 470, and it's a great car, but it's a gas guzzler. And it's got 177,346 miles. It's probably one of the best cars I've had, though. It still runs great. But, again, it's a gas guzzler, so I want to get something else. He's trying to convince me to get either a Jaguar XE or a Alfa Romeo Giulia. Can you tell me what would be my best bet out of those two?
Let me wait a second, Candy. Put him on the phone. I want to deal with him directly here.
Listen, I have a Jaguar X-Type, and let me tell you, I think Jaguars are the best cars in the whole world. I mean, I really love Jaguars.
You're 18 years old, Chris? What's your first name?
I'm 18.
What's your first name?
Chris.
Chris, okay. I always like to call people by their first name. So you have a Jaguar at 18 years old. What year Jaguar?
It's a 2004 X-Type.
How much you pay for it? How much you pay for it?
Like $6,000.
Let me ask you this: whose money did you use?
She bought it for me.
Oh, okay.
We bought it
you have a really nice mom, Chris, but you knew that. Tony and Larry, you can take over. Judge Dan is done with Chris. Go ahead.
All right. Here's what I'm saying. That Candy should buy the car that she's going to drive and that she's going to enjoy. When Christopher has a job and Christopher can afford to buy a car, God bless him, he can go buy whatever the heck he wants. But right now it's Candy's checkbook, and Candy should drive the car she wants. Now, the GS 470 is an awesome vehicle. It is a Sequoia with a lot of extra bells and whistles.
Oh, yes, it is.
That car will most likely give you close to 300,000 miles. Unless you want to burn money, then you should continue driving the car that you like, the car that you feel safe in. It certainly is a safe car, especially for the weather that we're having now. That's my fatherly advice. That's my mechanic advice.
Right.
Chris, I have a question for you. Do you have any likelihood of being drafted in the first round of the Major League Baseball, the NBA, the NHL, or the NFL draft?
No.
No. Well, if you did, I'd say, buy one of those cars for your mother. But I support what Tony says. Keep it under control here, man. I mean, you're young. You're young. You got plenty of time to work. You going off to college, or are you gonna just start right out in the work world?
I'm in college.
Oh, okay. So you're a freshman already. Good for you.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay. Well, keep at it, but again, don't blow your mom's savings on cars. When you drive a new car off the lot. Larry and Tony, help me out. How much do you lose the moment you drive the car off the lot? How much?
30, at least 30%. At least 30% of the value.
Yep.
Well, I would get it used, whatever I got, but I do kind of like the Alfa Romeos, but I hear they have poor reliability. Is that true? Because I do need something with better gas mileage. So.
Well, number one, the reliability is not there. Number two, who are you going to find to fix it? Where are you going to get parts? I mean, there's so many downsides. I mean, if you want that as a toy car, you're going to run on Saturdays and Sundays, fine. But as an everyday driver, I really don't think that's the best car for you to have.
The old adage is, especially with Jaguar or something of that nature, make sure you buy two so that you have one to drive while the other one's being repaired. And number two, make sure that you have a very deep pocket because, just like Larry said, the parts, the repairs, it's a specialty vehicle. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg to fix either one.
When you get one of those cars inside a shop, you're going to be paying about $170 plus per hour for a technician to work on that. That's not a $50 per hour car.
Yeah.
So,
all right, we'll scratch those off.
Just look at it like this, Candy. This phone call just saved you a lot of money and aggravation.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Right. Good luck, Chris. Work hard in school, okay?
Have a good night and happy holidays, guys.
All right. Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. What do you celebrate, Candy?
I celebrate Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas. Again, whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, we like to wish people the appropriate holiday. And Chris, you got a great mom there. Trust me on that, pal. You got a great mom.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thanks very much, guys. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas, Chris.
Merry Christmas,
You
Chris.
too.
Thanks. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Hey, interesting call so far. Let's take a very quick break. Guys, the lines are jumping here, so we're going to move everybody a little bit more quickly. Paul, you're next on Nightside. Go right ahead.
Thanks, gentlemen. I guess I was wondering your opinion on the. I'm looking for used cars. 5 best used cars for reliability. Let's say from year 2014 to present. You have to buy another used car, and I want to buy one 5 or 6 years old. What are the 5 best vehicles, just in your opinion?
Well, if you want a sedan, or did you want an SUV?
Yeah, no, a sedan or a compact, like a Hyundai, Elantra, Sonata, something around that side, Toyota Corolla, that sort of thing.
Well, you're pretty much right there. The Honda makes a great car. The Hyundai is a great car. The Toyota is my favorite for reliability. You will
Okay.
have things break down. I mean, you